I'm going to create part of my clasp. So what I'm going to do is take about 11 inches of my 2mm cording here. So I'm just going to measure that out, and you don't need a ton for this, but I'm just going to make sure I've got enough there. So I'm just going to run that through my ring, and I'm going to bring back about 2 inches or so. I don't need very much because we're making just a teeny tiny clasp to go over that button. So I can actually pull back. That's about all we need. So that's a good 2 inches. You don't want to go over that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my barrel knot tube, get some of these things out of the way, and place that in between. And I'm going to take my top one, sort of hold that together, and bring it around and make 3 nice tight wraps. And I'm going to take that long piece and come through the back end and pop that out, and then pull that nice and tight. Now you can see that I'm holding on to this the whole time. I do get a lot of comments, people saying, well, I can't see what you're doing because you're holding on to it. That is the key. You need to hold on to these. I had a lovely lady pop in the store the other day and she said, well, my barrel knots just fall apart when I'm making them. And that's often because you haven't been holding on to them. They do want to kind of, jump around a little bit. So I find that by holding on to them, you'll get a much better product. I don't want this to go too far so that it's so tight on there. So I'm just kind of tightening that up. Now, when I'm all done, I will take a little bit of glue and put it right there because this is going to be your clasp. So you want to make sure that you've got something that's really secure. Now I'm going to turn it over so that my long piece is at the top again. And I'm going to place my barrel knot tube in there, and I'm going to repeat. I'm going to do 3. And you can see it doesn't really leave a lot extra, but that's fine. We don't want to waste a lot of product. Put that through the end, and you might have to just sort of push that up to get that through. So now I'm going to be pulling this one, but I don't want to pull it tight because I need to check and make sure that it's the right size. So I'm just kind of putting my fingers there, right here where I kind of want that, and that looks like it would probably fit. Now, one thing is that leather will stretch a little bit. So you don't want to make this too big. You don't want to make it too tight so that it forces it. But that's about the right size. You can see that that button will pop through there nicely. So now what I do is I take my fingers right where I want that, and then I start pulling. And then I know that if I block it with my fingers, it's not going to travel down. Now we're going to take a pair of cutters or some scissors, whatever you've got, and we're just going to trim that little bit extra off there. And then I'm not going to put any glue on during the video because it always just ends up all over the place. But what I will do after we're done is I will drop a little bit of glue there and right there, just a dab, just a little dab there, a little dab there, and there, and there. And that will help give you a nice little secure clasp because your clasp is the thing that takes the most punishment. Video ever has almost 2 million views, and it's on how to tie these sliding knots, but they seem to perplex people all the time. So we're going to keep this really simple. So now the nice thing about a sliding knot is you can then make this however long you want. So you can make it the sliding knot at the very top, and then you can shorten this up so you could have a long necklace or a short necklace. Or you could trim this off and make it so that it's, just a little bit shorter. So you kind of have to experiment a bit with the length on this. And I can't really tell you where you want to put this because everybody's going to want it at a different length. So I will simply show you how to make one, and then you can go from there. Okay, so we're going to take our piece so put it towards you so that you can remember your left and rights here. And so I've just got I'm looking at the front, and I've got one piece of leather coming off my left, and I'm just going to bend that back about 3 inches or so. Then I'm going to take my right piece of leather, trying to make this so you can see, and then I'm going to place it underneath that little bent piece. So now it kind of almost looks like we have 3 pieces of leather, but all I've got is that top one bent, and I'm going to place the same amount underneath. Okay, so now it looks like we've got 3. So now I'm going to take this innermost one and start wrapping it around. So I'm going to do that a little tighter so that you can actually see what I'm doing there. Okay. So now I'm just going to wrap it around, and I'm working towards my right hand. So they're a little bit different than my barrel knots. So I want to go like 3 times, and this is almost impossible to do under the camera and talking and all those kind of things. So let's get this going here. Okay, I got to go around about 3 times. And you can always pull off a little more leather than I have. And then you're going to go down through this loop here. So I want to get that to go down inside there. And then I grab hold of that, and then I just pull it. So I'm pushing and pulling. I'm pulling this piece, and I'm pushing this piece up. So it might require a couple, back and forth sort of things. There we go. So now you can see that that is how hard that was. That's not hard at all. And that does move around. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is turn the piece over. And if I was to line this up, let's see if I can show you. You can see, I'll try to show you here. This is now where it lines up. So it's offset. So I want to make sure whatever I leave in here is equidistant. So it's a little bit of like, playing around. So I'm going to pull this a bit because I have to pull it out 3 inches. And again, I always do things like this that are really hard to show under camera. So I'm trying to even this out in my lap so that I can show you. So now you can see that I would want to make my next knot right about here so that that kind of works out right. But that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to like pull it up a little bit more and try to get that. Let's see, I'll go back that way. Because you want to have it even, or else it's going to look a little wonky. So I'm just playing with it until I get it to where it sort of evens out a bit here. So I might have to pull that up a bit more. And again, just working until it's sort of even. All right, so that should be about even there. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly like I did on the other side, in that I'm just going to bend it across. So now again, it looks like we've got 3 pieces, but I've just got 1 piece of leather here that I'm bending over top of the existing one. So you're just going to bend it over like that, and then go around once, twice, 3 times. And then I just go down through that leather. I know sometimes it's hard to see with my fingers. I'm doing my very best to try to keep them out of the way. So it's that push and pull thing. And there we go. And you want to make these fairly tight because you don't want them to come undone. And so now you can see that when you pull it together, you have your knots that meet, and then you've got to pull them apart. Now, I get lots of people saying, well, I can't pull them apart. And that's because the leather needs to be broken in a little bit. So what I really suggest when you're doing this is don't pull it so tight that those knots get just slammed up next to each other. Just, it has to get broken in a little bit. And now what you can do is you can trim off the ends, or you can tie them in a little knot or whatever. You do not want to put glue on this because then they won't slide. So you want to make sure that those are super tight before you do any trimming. I'm going to put on my clasp. So I'm going to take one end, and I'm going to run that through the hole of the silicone clasp, and that will go through there no problem at all. Now sometimes the second part can be a little bit on the tough side to do. So one of the things that I like to do is try and put both of them through at the same time, of course, but that doesn't always work. So what I like to do is sort of bunch them all up together, and I find it easier to try to push the clasp on top of the leather versus trying to stuff the leather through. So I'm going to try and get that on there. And usually what happens is you can get one in, but not the other. Now these are starting to get a little bit blunt on the end because we've been working with it. So I'm going to cut them on a real sharp angle. And cut that one on a sharp angle. And sometimes that will make it easier. But I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick to make it really easy. So I'm going to take one of them, and I can get that through no problem. I just line that up with the end, and I'm just going to push that. You see how I'm pushing it over top versus trying to pull it in? So we've got one in there. Now, if you've got a pair of really fine, sharp tweezers, take that and line that right up on top there so that you don't even hardly have anything showing other than tweezers. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to push it right through the end, and there's my piece. So if you've got a needle like a large eye needle or a pair of tweezers, that might be the thing that helps you. I got, in my other sample that I've got here, this popped through no problem at all, but this color is just a little tiny bit wider, so it makes it a little bit harder. But there's always a trick that you can use when you're making your jewelry. So now what I want to do is pull these closed a little bit. I want to have them even. So I'm just going to even that out. And sometimes you have to work this around a little bit. I don't want to have any twists and turns in this leather. So I get that sort of straightened out. And what I'm trying to straighten out is the main body here, not these little sort of spidery ends. Just get those turned so that they're nice and flat. And it just takes a little minute of bossing your leather around. Okay, so now I'm going to try to make it even so that it's even with the button. Now what you have to do is make this so that it will fit over your hand. And it doesn't have to be really a loose fit, but so I've got a really big hand, so I have to make this quite large. So I'm probably not going to make it to fit over mine because we'll probably use this as a sample in the store. But you want to have it so that you can easily get it over top of your hand. And you can see that this one doesn't. The sample that I made up, you can see when I extend it all the way, it fits nicely over my hand. So that's the measurement that we want to use right now, is make sure that you can get this easily over your hand, and that's the point that you're going to stop. So once you have that figured out where you want that to be, you're just going to kind of leave it. And we're now going to take one of the ends and you're going to put a large hole bead on there. And then we're going to take our barrel knot tube. So I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch away from that end there. We're going to take our barrel knot tube and we're just going to do a 2 wrap. So just go around once and twice, and then put that through the end, pull that out, and then tighten that up right next to that little bead. So just going to kind of finagle that down a little bit. So this is one of the reasons why I give you so much leather in this kit, is it's a whole lot easier to make knots and things like that when you've got a lot of leather versus a little tiny bit of leather. I just can't work with little bits of leather in my hand. It would make me crazy. So, so now we're just going to tighten that up. And I'm going to give that a pretty tight pull. So I've got just a little knot there, and then I'm going to repeat on the other side. So take my 2 little pieces that I've got left over, and I'm going to put my large hole bead on there. And then pull those down. So they're about, you know, that's maybe 1/4 of an inch away from the clasp. Take my barrel knot tube and make a 2 wrap knot. So go once, twice, and then put that through the end. And then tighten that up. And again, one of my little tricks is put my thumbnail on the other side and push against it, and that will help tighten that up. I'm going to trim those off, and you can leave these longer and dangle them if you want, or just trim them off. It's your piece. You can do whatever you like.